that list. So if anyone's watching this, I'm happy to share my resource list because I sourced it all when I was there, but now I'm sourcing it here. So what we're going to do is we talked about eating within the foods that are grown in your environment. We talked about making sure that the foods that you choose are grown and raised properly, organic, without the chemicals. And now we're going to go into how we're going to actually eat. The first thing I want you to think about is I want you to think about protein. So I want you to think about every time you eat, where is your protein source? Make protein a priority. Why? Because protein is what is going to help you get lean. Protein is what's going to help you lose weight. Protein is what's going to actually help you fix your gut. So a lot of clients come to me with autoimmune. It is so common, like autoimmune thyroid, autoimmune thyroid is a lot right now for some reason. I'm not sure, but I'm just getting a lot of clients coming to me with thyroid issues. So this is really, really good for you to watch. But anyway, so what we're going to want to do is have protein every time we eat. Why? Because it's mainly non-allergic. What are the allergic foods are more of the plants, okay? For reasons, but really protein would be non-allergic, okay? And we want to think about protein not only as helping us lose weight, but also building strength. Because here's the thing, the key to losing weight and keeping it off for life is to build strength. Why? Because the muscle is your metabolic engine. You need to build as much muscle as you can to bring up the metabolism to then be able to eat more food and lose weight. That is the key. But carbs aren't going to build the muscle. Fat's not going to build the muscle. Protein's going to build the muscle. And when you think about it, when you're older, like 80, which I do think about, because I have actually this agreement with my kids that when I'm 80, I'm going to hike the mountain and beat them when I'm 80. That's kind of the thing. And if I don't, I owe them. I think it's it's $100 Canadian. So I'm training for that right now. Okay, I'm 54. I'm training for this hike when I'm 80 with my boys. All right, because I want to win. Anyways. So we're going to want to think about, as we age, we lose muscle. You will lose muscle as you age. So we need to build muscle because, again, muscle is what's going to help you. If you fall, you need to get yourself up, okay? Cardio is not going to help you get up. No, strength training, building muscle will help you get up. So we need to start training now. It's never, never too late. And so the programs that I provide for my clients always include the resistance training piece. Okay. And it's not something like that is not something like I would never have you do something you don't want to do. Okay. We'll just meet you where you're at. You've got 2 days a week. No problem. I'll create a program that's 2 days a week that you like to do. And then we'll just go from there. It's not like you're going to be a bodybuilder in a week or even look like one. It's not like that at all. No, you're getting healthy by building muscle and doing a foundational program. And to get your results, you've got to eat the protein. So yes, we need to eat the protein. Make sure protein is a priority. In fact, a lot of people do well on just the carnivore diet, and that's just protein. You don't want to go on that for too long because that's not a balanced way to eat, but it is really good to start with, perhaps, if you want to like lose the weight and feel strong again. And then we switch you back into more of like a paleo or more of a keto. But really, carnivore could be a good approach. The other thing about protein is it will stimulate a hormone called glucagon, and glucagon is your fat burning hormone. So what you're going to do is not only get stronger, you're also going to help the body burn fat. It's also going to help you with tissue recovery and joint health and facelift. Your face will be toned. It will be more firm. You'll feel tighter. You're going to recover faster from exercise. Why? Because protein breaks down into amino acids in the body. Amino acids are needed to recover from exercise. So I hope this is all making sense. All right. The other thing is to balance hormones, you must have protein. Your hormones are made from protein. So we want to make sure we get these protein for all those reasons. So the first step, again, in eating is make sure you make protein a priority. I'll get into how much protein and what sources of protein, but just always remember, step one, where is your protein? So always have protein. Step two, well, we're not just going to be eating chicken legs or like steaks all day unless you want to, but really we want to add plants to that. And those are the carbohydrates. So you've heard of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are sugar to the body. all right? There's some better carbs than other carbs, but really all plants are carbohydrates. They are sugar to the body. They break down to glucose, and they also have fiber in them, but really it's sugar to the body. I want you to think about carbohydrates also as anti-aging, okay? Because what happens is when we eat these carbohydrates in the form of plants, they have plant nutrients. They have plant medicine. They do. And this is what keeps us from aging quickly, because they help to nourish the body. They actually take away free radicals because of the antioxidants that they naturally are present. So we want to make sure that we have the right type of carbs in the right amounts. Okay, so they are important. The other thing that carbohydrates do, which are these plants, is they actually help, because of the fiber that they help to excrete waste products from the body. We need to do this. If anybody wants to be healthy, we have to remove the waste. We have to remove the poison. We are bombarded with poison all the time. We're bombarded by poison all the time, and we're exposed to it all the time. Okay, so we want to make sure that our bodies can eliminate what it doesn't need, which is the poison, and hold on to what it needs, which is the nutrition. Okay, so that's what the carbs do. And then we also want to think about fats. So we talked about protein, we talked about carbs, and now we want to think about fats. I want you to have fats every single meal. What is this no fat thing? No, our bodies are, we're a fat head. Your head is made of mainly fat. Yes, we need to nourish the brain, because if your brain's not healthy, how can you be healthy? We need good fat for that. Also, fat plays a real important role for anti-inflammatory, to help the body remove pain, okay? Because some fats are actually helpful to remove pain. And other fats actually help with hormone balance, okay? It also keeps you from being tied to the fridge all day. Who wants to be thinking about food all day? No, we have other things we want to do, right? But if you're hungry and your blood sugar's all over the place, you aren't going to be thinking about being productive. And then you're going to think back at the end of the day and go, what did I do today? I just thought about food. That's not a way to live. Hey, I used to live like that. That has changed ever since I learned this strategy and all the mentors that I've learned from. And I actually invested in myself. So I actually get paid to learn so that I can teach this, and then you can have your better life as well. So we want to think about good fats. And then we're going to talk about some extras, which I call superfoods. Superfoods, not marketed superfoods like this one shiny object. No, real food, which is superfoods. Because these superfoods that you're going to learn about today will help do wonders to your body. And you don't even need very much. You just need little bits of it. But really, it will have such an impact on your physique and your mood and your energy. And it will actually help you look and feel sexy again. Yeah, you bet. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop this share, and I'm going to go back to see if, hi Darren, I'm glad you're on the call. This is really good. I just want to, if anyone has a question, please share it here. I'm happy to answer it as I go through the training. And I'm really glad that you guys are all on the call, because I know you're in it to win it, and you will win it. Okay. Because you're learning, you're investing in yourself, and you're committing to yourself. So that's really, really good. Really, really good. Pat on the back. Woohoo. So I'm going to go back to the training right now. Okay. And there we go. Okay. So just as a recap, the diet that I created really has 4 components to it. The first one is make sure protein is a priority. The second one is get some plants in there as carbohydrates. The third one is make sure you get your fat with every meal. And then the fourth one is the superfoods that you're going to learn about, which is like plant medicine. Okay. And so now we're going to talk a little bit of a deeper dive